What is radiance? Why women lose their radiance? The difference between looking good and being magnetic. Welcome to the mini series of Radiant AF with me, Katia, Trotsenko, Moon Main, Lady in Red. In this first part, we are going to redefine radiance. So what is radiance? I believe radiance it's an energy that is within all of us women, unfortunately stored underneath all of our negative emotions, negative beliefs, judgments we have on ourselves and others. The stored negative emotions, I don't know if I've already mentioned that, like anger, sadness, hurt, shame, guilt. If you're carrying around these, and I'll get into this in one of the later episodes, the difference between looking good and being magnetic. So I want you to imagine a woman who is really beautiful, like she is stunning, 11 out of 10. And then I want you to imagine a woman who is maybe 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, you know, a few flaws. She's not perfect. And I feel like in society today, women are more taught to be perfect and kind of all look like clones of each other. Imagine a woman who is this perfect 10 out of 10, and then say, for example, a 7 out of 10. One of them is carrying a lot of these shame, judgments, insecurities. Her energy, it's fake confidence. It's not real embodied radiance. Whereas the other one is really open. She's open to receiving. She's worked through her negative emotions. She doesn't criticize herself and others. She doesn't judge. She is love. She's embodied in love, that when you see her, you actually like, you kind of want to be around her, you know, like, I want a bit of that. With the other one, you're a bit more standoffish. You're like, oh, she's really beautiful, but there's nothing there. And that's when I teach and what I say with dating, that you can attract a high value man, being really good looking, but you don't get to keep him if you don't have the internal to match. So why women lose their radiance? In short, upbringing, negative beliefs, judgments, limiting beliefs, opinions of others. Like, for example, with me, I realized that for a long time, I didn't want to put myself out there just because I was worried about what Bob on Facebook might think of me. I haven't spoken to Bob on Facebook in 10 years, but for some reason, I cared about what he thought. So stress, high cortisol pushes us also to be in our masculine, because we're kind of in survival, we're do, and I will get more into that as well. So once we learn to soften all of that, to be in that soft receptive state, we naturally start to shift into that radiance, and you start to actually glow from the outside. Like your skin gets better, your hair gets better, everything. So here's the truth. Radiance is actually our natural state once you've released old negative emotions. Can you imagine yourself just walking around not having that old baggage of anger, sadness about what happened to you when you were 5. We all had a tough childhood, by the way. The longer you stay in that, oh, this happened to me, it's actually much lower frequency because it is a victim state, and you give your power away by doing that. By the end of this series, you will start to feel that glow returning, and I can't wait to hear about it.